What is up? It is 7:30 a.m. and I am just getting ready to cook breakfast for Jake and I. Jake decided that he would be down to lead me in 60 minutes of death, so I just wanted to serve him. Got eggs, toast, and a protein shake. So we're just getting ready to knock this out.
There you go. Good. What's going on, guys? I just knocked out 60 minutes of death. I have like probably 5 minutes left in my cool down. I'm just stretching now. Fucking huge shout out to Jake for really pushing me. That was the hardest I've worked out for sure since probably high school football. You don't realize how out of shape you are after you play organized sports and you're just not doing that stuff anymore. And it was crazy. What do you think, Jake? Think I hit it kind of hard?
Yeah, he's working hard.
Yeah, it was insane. We started out a little bit of a warm up with thrusters, and then that's wrong. Okay, so we went from thrusters into like a burpee and a push press, and then we got into like that amount of curls, and then like some rows, and then I hit the treadmill really hard for like 5 minutes, and then I hit the bike really hard for like 5 minutes, and now I'm just getting a cool down. But it was definitely a hell of an experience. Jake, total monster. He got into fitness right after high school. He kind of stopped playing organized sports and realized he had to do it himself, and he was super passionate about like biking and doing triathlons and everything, and then he kind of just fell in love with weightlifting, and now, as you can tell, he's massive and stuff, and he's actually majoring in exercise fitness. He's in grad school now, knocking that out, and gonna go on to try to be a kinesiologist and do all that stuff. But Jake's a monster, and big shout out to him for pushing me over the last hour, but definitely feel accomplished, definitely pushed my limits, and getting closer and closer to being limitless. Love you guys. We're rolling to Chipotle, get that post-workout meal in, treat Jake to some Chipotle for taking care of me. So now that 60 minutes of death is behind me, I wanted to share my 3 biggest takeaways from the entire experience. Number 1 being that it's really easy to make excuses. You know, I go to a pretty tough school. I'm in the middle of midterms and all this stuff going on, and then my buddy Jake, who actually was the one that led me through 60 minutes of death, has 2 jobs. He's a grad student, and his schedule is pretty packed too. So it would have been really easy for us to just say, you know, scheduling, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it done, that type of thing. And then also with that, it's like, you know, me and Jake also go to different gyms. So a lot of people are gonna be like, well, you know, how do I go to his gym? How does he go to my gym? I guess we can't do this. It's not going to work. And it was just one of those things where I just went and I said, hey, you know, what do I have to do to get this done? Because it was a death level. It was something where if you don't knock this level out in, I think it was 5 days, Limitless is terminated. And so for me, that was just not an option. So going in knowing that no matter what, you're going to succeed is crucial. And so number 2 for me was pushing yourself to your limits, because I don't think that a lot of people do this. But you have to challenge yourself constantly. You have to always ask, can I do more? And push yourself to do more, because a lot of people don't really do that. And unless you're pushing yourself to your limits, you're never going to realize what you're actually capable of. I mean, when I was going through 60 minutes of death today, I got to the end and I was doing rows, which is something that's normally, you know, pretty simple with me. I wasn't doing a lot of weight, but just by the end of it, it all add up, and I almost dropped the weight. I was just not in a position where I thought I was going to be able to keep going. And I just decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. And that brings me to point number 3, which is just mental toughness, and how much more important it is than physical toughness. Because when I went in knowing mentally I'm getting this done and there's no point at which I'm quitting, when things did start to get tough, when my body did start to give on me, it was just a decision where I was like, it's not over. I'm not going to let it be over. I'm going to knock this out. I have, you know, however many more minutes, and I was able to push through. But those were my takeaways, and peace.